Where is Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, chairman of the country's economic management team?
Teachers are suffering. Teacher trainees are suffering. Nurses are suffering. And nursing trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering. Civil servants are suffering. And farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering. And industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering. And Kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering. And men are suffering. Women are suffering. And children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering. You can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
You will recall that I stated in 2014 that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was true then, and it is true now.
It is true now. Well, when the NPP won power, he made another firm declaration.
You have seen a stability return to the exchange rate. In fact, for the year, the cedi has appreciated in value. When we came in, it was run. We have arrested it. And the IGP has the keys. He's locked it up. We've arrested it.
But as you and I can attest, the cedi has broken jail. Importers are crying. Prices of spare parts are up. And to add insult to injury, fuel prices are up. And of course, that has a cascading effect. Everything else is up. Transport fares, food prices, services.
People say that John Mahama is a nice man. Oh yes, he may be a nice man, but he's a nice man who you give the economy. Very soon, you cannot get teacher training allowance. You cannot get nursing training allowance. You cannot pay your children's school fees. You cannot get a job to do. Agriculture will be declining. Electricity prices will be going up. Is this the sort of nice man we want? He may be a nice man, but he's an incompetent nice man.
So, given our current situation, would you say that this is the competence that we signed up for?
As somehow kind any quote, I don't think that there's any doubt now that the current NDC government is the most incompetent, uncaring, and corrupt we've ever seen. The government has thrown all responsible feelings to the dogs and gone ahead to increase fuel prices. Unquote. Then running mate Bawumia. And the fuel prices of course.
Yeah, so...
And so, Obibeka, hypocrisy, dishonesty, what are you doing for political capital? The fuel price wars.
Oh yes, but I think
Inti, are you also incompetent, uncaring, unfeeling? Have you also thrown all reasonable feelings to the dogs?
We appear to be in a dire economic straits, and we need the competent Dr. Bawumia.
Look at the economic management team. It is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team.
What a solid team indeed.
Are we taxing mobile money? Because we have mobile money at Tuska.
Yeah.
No government revenue bill.
No, the point is that you are not taxing mobile money. And it is, for me, my view and that we should not tax mobile money, because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people.
You said mobile money should not be taxed, or did I hear you wrong? We are proud of your digitalization drive, Mr. Vice President. We really are. But we also want you to fulfill all the promises you made.
And maybe, yes, we'll say, what could say, 570 dams?
570, yes, 570. Almost 57 constituencies in the northern region. 5 northern regions.
5 northern regions.
And so the idea was to say, 10 dams each constituency. So that was the target, 570. But of course, some of the constituencies are also a bit urban. And so you may not be able to get 10 dams in those, like you go to Tamale Central.
I am a boat Ghana. It is Picasso, or may you hear my Nenam a memoir enquiet, you know. I come there.
Why are you so silent in these times that we, the people of this republic, need to know? You owe that to all the people who believed and still believe in you, because your silence is extremely.
Omar for